Might have hit a bit of a soft spot. A length and a half off those on the inside came Testa Mezzo and Classical Prince. Basso's around the outside of those. Then Prophet Street away from the rails for Pike. Maserati stayed there down near the inside, coming around the turn where most of them had fanned. And Grand Lorado's back with Black Dynamite. Barracky Beats had shifted out probably about 6 from the rail, led the way. New Time getting up on his inside. War God, Classical Prince and Prophet Street under the 60 is getting through a very narrow gap to come at them. War God, Classical Prince have come together. He's starting to get bogged down, Prophet Street, but he keeps coming. War God, Classical Prince fighting it out. Classical Prince does too well. Classical Prince has 1.5 head. War God, Prophet Street, Grand under the big weight. Might be third from Grand Lorado running on. Maserati behind those. Barracky Beats, New Time next in. Black Dynamite and pulling up quickly there shortly after going past the post of Basso. Number 9, Classical Prince, no surprise. No surprise at all to see this son of Stravinsky salute in the 4th race for the day. Whilst he hasn't been placed in 3 runs at this preparation previously, they'd all been solid performances to Kai Perinya, State Solicitor. He had excuses last start when he was coming off a month, and he's won it by about a head at the finish from War God. The 60 just got to Prophet Street late, and Grand Lorado finishing on in 4th money. As we wait for the placings, might have called a Basso back there towards the tail. He pulled up really abruptly underneath Jarodnowski after they'd gone astride past the post, but he's beaten probably about 3 to the line. Classical Prince for trainer Neville Parker by Stravinsky, who stock normally are very good in the wet. Out of a scenic mare, truly elegant for Nev Parker, Mesdames R. Parker, C Ace and also P Jones, and good to see Sean O'Donnell kick home a win. It hasn't been a great month and a half for Sean. He's been suffering from an illness, and good to see him salute today here on Classical Prince for Neville Parker. Beats War God, who was again game. He's continued to maintain his ultra consistent form. This War Chant gelding from Hallelujah, Neville and Brad Parnham, and Prophet Street, a Viscount Street Show gelding. He loses no admirers at his first go at 1400 with 60 on his back. For Soph and Serge Madrigali, D. Lupus, trained by Pete and Matt Giadresco, ridden by William Pike. 4th is number 6, Grand Lorado. Numbers there, 9316, $11 starting price. Classical Prince, he was always one of the real value runners in the race. $7 War God, $2.30 Prophet Street, with the tote to pay 12 and 310. War God 160 and 140 about Prophet Street. 128.39 they ran, 37.84 the last 600. A long head, 1 1/4 are the official margins. Race 5 to get the quadrilla up and running here at the 1600. The events at Ascot handicap at 4 minutes after 3. Number 11 Scoreline is the scratching from this next race of the day. Well, a good result. It's not a great surprise. He's paid well. He'd been running better than his form numerically would suggest, and here's Adam down in the yard.
As you said, Darren, no surprise at all when you take a look at Kai Perinya, State Solicitor and Meteoroid form lines. You draw barrier 5 as well. Nev, you deserve this, mate. You've done a great job with the galloper.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It's been a long haul. Getting him to even the track full stop, and yeah, we tightened the screws and he's produced nicely these 3 runs back, and yeah, really felt he was on song today. Just
tell us a little bit about him. We know when Simon had him, there was a lot of issues. I know you've even had a couple of issues this prep with him. He is a tough horse, as you said, just to keep running consistently. Yeah, he's just such an honest animal. I've got a lot of respect for him. He goes through a lot. He's worked through a few issues and still gets up every day and gives his best. And he's been a brilliant horse to work with. You've been pretty confident in this prep, haven't you, that the win could have even come before this? You've run into some pretty nice times and maybe a little bit unlucky as well with some wide gates, but this performance has been due. Yeah, never really so much confident in a sense that he was going to come out and win apart from today. Just more that the horse was going to keep progressing and once, as I said, once the screws tightened on him, he was always going to put in some good efforts for us. You're a young trainer on the up. Plenty of people coming to you at the moment. We've just seen Cole Nowlan and Simon Miller as well. Must mean a lot to you to get the respect from these type of trainers that have also had this animal. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, can't thank them enough. I've had a lot of support and advice along the way, so take on as much as we can, and yeah, it's good to get some results for the family, and
and for one of my mates, it's his first win today.
Let's hope this horse can win another, mate. Congratulations, you've done a great job.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
There's Nev Parker. We'll grab at Sean O'Donnell as well. He would have been pretty confident with the run that he didn't have through the early stages. He's got a smile on his face as well. Sean, always nice to get a win in these type of conditions.
Oh, it is, mate. Been back for a week from a holiday and sickness, and it's great to get a winner for these guys.
Tell us about getting on this guy. You rode him last start after a really good run behind State Solicitor. The riding was on the wall, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Got a bit caught up last start, and if he got out earlier, he definitely would have run second or third. And Nev, I've always now and then rode for Nev, and they kept me on. And kind of wasn't my fault what happened last start, and I just made sure I had room today, and the old horse, he done the job.
Were you confident through the running that he was travelling nice enough in those type of conditions?
Absolutely. The only concern I had was when I thought, geez, I better swap it to the left. He's just labouring on me, but I think that kind of got him over the line because, you know, old horses, old jockeys, you've got to try new tricks, don't you?
Well, you haven't lost it, mate, so well done to both of you. Congratulations.
Yeah, and thanks to the owners and the connections, and Nev, well done. Cheers.
Well done, mate. There's Sean O'Donnell riding Classical Prince to his first win in almost 500 days. A great job done by Nev Parker and the team.